Warning and disclaimer. Everything I'm about to say in this video can be verified through direct experience because I'm describing your most natural state.
And this is what the OGs of our religions were talking about before they were corrupted by dogmas, and what modern physics are starting to converge with.
The primordial present in which all experiences arise from. Reality, ground of being, Rigbod, Godhead, Brahman, the absolute, consciousness, emptiness, infinity. All these words are the same pointer to the one which cannot be speak of. But if you embody it, the shift to your life is quantum. It's like flipping yourself inside out, transcending from a particle or an atom, an entity located in space and time, to waves of infinite potentialities and processes. See, when I first read about non-dual awareness, I tried to imagine what it was like to embody it, but it was the very process of the imagination that's keeping me away from accessing it. You cannot imagine it. Einstein said knowledge is limited, but imagination is unlimited. But from the perspective of the absolute, both knowledge and the imagination are limited. It's the limit that is the imagination that's constructing this line or this idea between you and the rest of the universe. There was never a separation to begin with, and infinity is not something that's at the edge of the universe. It's that's still a line. Infinity transcends and includes all forms, and it's here right now, all around you. It is you. So form is emptiness, and emptiness is form. Nirvana is samkara, Brahman alone is the world. Something doesn't come from nothing, it is nothing.
With a twist. You are in the midst of the Godhead right now, and there's nowhere to go because it's closer than close.
Thou art that. This is what the spiritual cons call truth realization. I've completely dissolved every single speck of solidity that constitutes the line between you, me, and the rest of the universe. There's absolutely no separation in my field of perception. It's total oneness and unity, but that doesn't mean that I can't make distinctions, because wholeness, oneness, and the many are two sides of the same coin. They codependently originate from each other. The mind, the sense of self, is no longer confined inside the meat suit, but it's and infinite awareness doesn't even need the character's help to be aware. It's always and already totally awake, by itself, as itself, of itself. And every moment that I experience feels like a boundless, infinite hologram reflecting on itself. Awareness penetrates through everything and looking back on itself through and through the body-mind, which is also holographic. Now, when I say hologram, it simply means the lack of solidity in world and experience. See, waking up isn't waking up from the illusion of the world. The world is there, but from the illusion of solidity. It's just totally transparent and luminous. It's thinner than air and clearer than glass. So think of it as like a connected tissue that holds everything in the universe together. See, awareness is without boundary. It doesn't discriminate. Whatever is aware of sadness is the same as that which is aware of happiness. Whatever is aware of the first dimension is the same as that which is aware of the 10th. That's why it's also synonymous with love or emptiness, because it's empty of separation. Everything in your sensory reality is made up of it. Contents are the modification of context of awareness. Thoughts, sight, sound, emotions, the body, the self. They're merely the somethingness of sensations arising from, and as the nothingness of pure consciousness. But to an untrained mind, sensations congeal themselves into solid forms, collapsing, which can be taken apart particle by particle, frame by frame, until everything becomes an impermanent flow, where nothing has a center, like waves taking form momentarily, then returns to the ocean. Notes in music are different vibrations and frequencies, but the silence between them are just a lack of vibrations. both the silence and the music are made up of the same one substance. Think of string theory. This is why the founders of quantum mechanics all ended up being mystic-like, because they know that to understand truth, you have to become it. Emptiness is the most misleading term in spiritual mumbo-jumbo. A better word for it is infinite potentiality or flow state, or a shapeshifter that can take on any form but is in and itself formless and omniscient. As I'm walking around here, I can viscerally feel, nanosecond by nanosecond, the interactions between the somethingness of nothing and the nothingness of something, as the absolute witness punctuates the space-time continuum thousands and thousands and thousands of times every day for everyone. But this is what bliss feels like, the special nothing that is bouncy, elastic, spontaneous. There's no filter. Every one of my experience feels like a cosmic snake that's biting its own tail. Reality or the universe is fucking itself raw without condom. See, oneness or formlessness, when left to its own device, is inevitably going to start folding back on itself to create forms in order to recognize itself. Or the way empty space vibrates to strings, to quarks, to protons and electrons and atoms, to molecules, to cells, to bodies, to brains and mind, and then finally consciousness, which is nothing because it's formless, in an infinite feedback, strange loop. If there's one fundamental law of the universe, that is contraction and expansion both happen simultaneously at the microscopic and the macrocosmic level. Not that mind-blowing. Love is divinity, recognizing divinity.
Wow, fantastic. I really like it, yeah. So maybe I could watch the video then if you're going to upload it on YouTube.